Hello, this is Chris Kallal, Territory Agronomist for the Kallal. Wanted to take a couple minutes real quick and share some information about the question I'm getting some here lately around what should my hybrid choice be when I've got a delayed planting situation. As it stands today, as I'm filming this, it's May 10th. Little chance of getting into the field the next couple of days. There's some rain in the forecast again for next week. So this question is becoming a little bit more prevalent. A lot of what is shared by Agronomist is based off of research that Dr. Bob Nielsen has done out of Purdue. He's got a ton of information out there, but there's a quote here on a publication that he did, this hybrid maturity decisions for delayed planting that he published back in May of 22. But he basically says that hybrids do appear to decrease their growing degree unit needs with delayed planting, and full season hybrids can be planted later than otherwise expected. I'm just pulling a couple nuggets out of here, but if you want to read the full article, you can Google that and go to it. But basically what Dr. Nielsen has discovered is that after May 1st, hybrids tend to shorten up their life cycle to reach physiological maturity. And at the end of the day, right, most plants is to try to create a next generation, if you will. So they're doing what they can to try to provide seed or produce seed for the next generation. And Dr. Nielsen's data would suggest that after May 1st, hybrids require about 6.8 GDUs less per day to reach physiological maturity. So this is an eye chart here. I get it. Let me just try to set this up. This chart is why agronomists like myself and others make the comment there's no reason to change hybrids until we get into June. Okay, so let's just call out a couple things in here. Let's talk about DKC 6618. That hybrid normally takes 2,900 growing degree units to reach physiological maturity. But if I was going to plant that hybrid on May 30th, based on Dr. Nielsen's research, it would take roughly around 2,700 growing degree units to reach physiological maturity. And if I look at the 30-year average frost date for Central Illinois or for Springfield, actually October 28th is that date. So if 6618 takes 2,700 growing degree units to reach physiological maturity planted May 30th, I'm going to accumulate somewhere around 2,900 growing degree units by October 28th in Springfield, Illinois. So that hybrid will easily reach physiological maturity. Now let's go out to, let's say, June 15th. Well, that hybrid is going to take about 2,600 growing degree units to reach physiological maturity planted that day, and that's basically about exactly what I've got to have. So there's some concern with planting that. The color coding on here, green means you're still good to go. Yellow is you're starting to get in the danger zone. Red would be it's not going to reach physiological maturity, but I've built a cushion into this file that I'm basing all of this off of October 15th, when the first killing frost date or average frost date is October 28th. So I've got about a 100 degree growing unit or 2-week, 13-day cushion built into this file when I'm color coding this. But again, this is the data that backs up the commentary that you hear regularly. There is not necessary to change hybrids until we get close to June. All right, so in summary, across Central Illinois, I see no need to change hybrids until we get to June. But we do have to consider your intentions with that grain and the moisture content of the grain you're going to harvest. Just because 6618 will still reach physiological maturity if we plant it on June 5th doesn't mean it's going to be dry enough grain for you to put it straight into a bin. So we have to consider that, because it takes roughly 350 to 400 growing degree units to get a hybrid from black layer to, let's say, 20%, 18% moisture grain for you to put it into a bin. So that changes the calculation and changes the conversation ever so slightly. Okay, and I recognize that, and so that is a piece that has to be a part of the conversation here in making these decisions. I will also caution you that switching to too early of a corn hybrid can be more harmful than having to worry about drying grain, because early season hybrids, like say we wanted to change to 104, 105 day hybrid, those hybrids are not built to go through pollination and grain fill at our latitude, right? They're more designed for a northern latitude that's going to be a little bit cooler. And that penalty for bringing those shorter season hybrids south as we go later into planting becomes more and more severe. Hope this helps. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to give me a call. Have a good day, and thank you.